Welcome back to Healthy Ever After. I am nutritionist and chef Fiona McEnroy, and today we are going to be making an Irish favourite called ham and cheese jambons. In this video I'm going to show you two recipes. Recipe 2 is definitely a little easier and might suit younger bakers. So let's kick off with recipe 1. The reason this is a little more advanced is because we are going to start off by making a roux. To make any roux, you need to combine equal parts of flour and butter in a saucepan on a medium heat. We want to be careful not to burn the butter or the flour, so if you feel your heat is too high, just turn it down a little. Once you have allowed your butter and flour to cook out for a minute or two, turn the heat down to its lowest number and then begin to add the milk. At this point, it is really important that you don't stop whisking or stirring until all the milk is combined and you are left with a nice, smooth sauce. Now that your sauce is ready, you can add the rest of your ingredients. I like to start by adding the cheese and then the ham, and then I add my seasonings. I add a little pinch of salt and about a quarter teaspoon of white pepper and the same of nutmeg. Give all the ingredients a good stir to combine, and now this is ready for the fridge to cool down for about 15 minutes. Anyone that's making recipe 1 can now skip to the part of the video where I start to assemble the jambons. Recipe 2 is for our younger bakers as it doesn't involve making a roux, but it's equally as delicious. Start by adding the cheese to a bowl. Then crack a large egg in on top of the cheese and combine. Once you have mixed the egg and the cheese well together, you can add the ham. Then sprinkle with a little salt and pepper and give it a good mix, and now we're ready to assemble the jambons. Whether you've decided to do recipe 1 or recipe 2, we continue with both recipes at this point. Roll out your puff pastry on a baking tray and let's divide it into 6 equal squares. I do this by dividing the puff pastry into thirds first and then dividing those in half. As you can see, I'm doing this freehand, so it's not exactly perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Then all you have to do is take your filling, whether it be the filling from recipe 1 or recipe 2, it doesn't matter, and place the filling into the center of each square. So here's where they start to look like jambons. You take a corner from opposite sides and bring it into the center of the jambon, then pinch the ends like I'm doing here on each side, not all the way up though, and that should hold it closed. Then I have beaten 1 egg with a little bit of water, and that is the egg wash for the top of the jambons, and then I sprinkle them with a little bit of cheese and they are ready for the oven. They're going to go in at 180 degrees Celsius for 15 to 20 minutes. These jambons are best eaten hot, but please allow to cool for 15 minutes as the inside is piping hot. And that's it from the Healthy Ever After kitchen. I hope you've enjoyed the recipe. See you next time.